with AJ, notice she did it when Tommy had came over and was talking to them, asking them who was to stay and who was to go. I was like, is she trying to sabotage AJ's chances in this competition? I was like, sis, don't show your hand like that. That's going to come back on you. That's going to come. I promise you, we will see this conversation later on this season about her spilling that in an open forum, because I don't think it needed to be done openly to tarnish his chances with other people. If he's trash, they're going to figure that out, right? She didn't have to do that. She also didn't have to play the game that she played with him on this second date. Like, she said out of her own mouth, it's not customary for me to pay for a date when I'm dating a gentleman and getting to know him. Then I'm trying to figure out why you ever dug your little fingers into your wallet and pulled out a credit card in the first place, sis. If this was just your second date, what did you think you were going to be teaching this gentleman that you are just getting to know? Nothing. What you taught him was exactly what he did. He played your behind. And you got to pay for him and y'all drinks and appetizers and whatever else y'all did that night. If it's not customary for you, then you shouldn't have been accustomed to pulling out your credit card, right? That was just a whole setup move. And I can never respect adults for playing kid games. We're too grown out here. Then when she ghosted Christian, I was just like, does she think she's better than somebody? Like, this is a dating show. There was no reason to do that man that way. Where's your respect? Where's your decorum? Where, you know what I'm saying? Be a woman. Like, you're kind of showing me some sides of you. And I know she said she's the ratchet, this or that, but this ain't got nothing to do with ratchetness. This has to do with your character as a woman. And so I got side-eye for Kyra. And I also agree with Miss Perfectly Imperfect's comment as well. I was just like, these dresses, y'all are just laying it all out there. And I get it. They don't want to go home on night one. But it just, again, it does say a lot about the type of women that they are. Because not all the women came dressed that way. Some had on long gowns. Some had on blazers. Let me tell you something.
Alexis was sexy. Oh,
it was. It was very sexy. She had the nice bustier. It was, I mean, the makeup, the hair, it was everything. I was just like, that's right, sis. Show them a little something, but then also leave a little bit to be desired. You got to keep them wanting more. If you just come out whole cleavage, just hello. I mean, between Stacy and Joel, I didn't know who was showing me more cleavage. I was afraid of a nip slip at one point. I was just like, what's happening here? But that's what they chose to do. So we'll see.
I love that point. Interesting. Someone made a good point as well that Kyra did call out AJ. I don't think it was bad to call out AJ, but she actually did it again in front of people. I didn't even clock it myself because I was so focused on their conversation, but actually the conversation was in front of people. There were other people on the table.
Yeah, she was trying to sabotage his game. There's no other reason to do that.
And she called it out twice because actually she called it out to the girls. And then she went to talk to him as well. So actually, she's done it twice in front of people. She never actually did it one-to-one ever with him to sort out the actual issue, which is, Kyra, girl, this is a little bit of the clatchit. I love the word the person said, clatchit, classy ratchet coming through, Kyra. Okay? Regina,
she just wanted him gone. She wanted him gone, and she was going to do anything to get him gone.
She's playing the game.
It's her game. Everybody else is on it. It's her show, and it's her game, and everyone is on it. So that's the one that everyone needs to watch, because she will talk to you to get information from you and use that information against you.
And it's going to work against her, Adjoa. It's going to work against her because AJ is an attractive dude. And just off that, we all know he's going to be in the end final couples just off the way he looks. That's why Kyra had to start early trying to taint that boy's waters, because she's like, I already know y'all about to be loving this beard, loving this chocolate. And when he opened his mouth, it looked like he smelled like new money. I was like, yep. And that's why you had to get on here and try to make him seem like he's trash.
Yeah. And she knows they won't end up together. So she has to.
Exactly. She knows he won't be with her, but she's like, I don't want you to be with nobody else either. I was just like, oh, girl.
Okay. It's a game, yo.
So now new money with declined credit card.
New money with the.
Don't talk about AJ like that. Let's wait. Let's hold up.
Big D energy little wallet talkings.
I mean, you mean to tell me you don't have no backup cash in the glove compartment of your car? You can't come to me and say, look, I'm so sorry this happened. Let me just cash app you real quick if you can cover this for tonight. Oh, I don't want to seem like I'm broke, but let me just go ahead and Venmo,
Zelle.
There are options available. Just a declined card, and that's it. But that goes to show you what type of man AJ is and how much he wasn't feeling Kyra.
Yeah.
Because if he was feeling her, that man would have ran to an ATM if he had to make sure that date was paid for. But he played her because she tried to play him by leaving her credit card and going to the. Okay, all right.
Yeah, it's true. Why she get up when it was time to pay? That's true.
You
and then
playing
noticed the
games.
position of the book, like the little card book. She knew it hadn't moved. She said it wasn't slanted. It was straight.
Yeah,
It hadn't
yeah.
budged.
It hadn't
she knew it wasn't
budged.
touched.
She
She's
knew it
playing
wasn't
games too.
touched.
You know what we said yesterday? You play stupid games, you win
You
stupid
get
prizes.
stupid prizes.
All right, let's go.
All right, let me get Regina in. Yeah, you lot killed it. I love that, man. Regina, talk to us. Sorry, it's meant to be Maria. I apologize, Maria. I'll let you go after. I promise. Regina, oh man, yes, Regina. Kyra situation with old boy Christian. How she dealt with him. What's your sentiments and feelings as well around that?
Well, for me, I think Kyra, that reminds me of like high school, like those popular girls at the lunch table that knows that they have that guy, that nerd that, you know, had a crush on them, and then they'll like call them over. Oh, come over here, and they'll mess with them a little bit, and maybe take their stuff. That's what it reminded me of, like that popular girl thing. And Shanae actually said what I was gonna say. It confused me when she said she went on a date with AJ and she left her card on the table. What did you think was gonna happen? Like AJ is a playboy, first of all, so he wasn't going to invest in a date or invest in you because he's a playboy. He was never going to invest in the date. Also, he must not be that great of a music producer if he don't got no other cards. Just saying. But that's really it. I mean, we'll see. She's just giving off a little mean girl vibes.
AJ, if you see this, I can't co-sign that. I don't know if you are good or not. But Regina said that. That's Regina. She said that on her own back. Just in case
how you a music producer? You got one card? Come on, you're a music producer. In Houston, you got one card and no club or DJ or bar, know you to give you credibility.
Regina, he might play jingles. He might be jingle player. He might just do jingles, not real music.
And or maybe you got bad credit. You don't got a credit card? I don't know.
Again, this is not Little Black Book co-signing. That's Lola and Regina. AJ, if you see this, okay, don't ruin my career before it starts. I mean, but you ladies are telling the truth. I mean, who comes out of one card? It's the honest truth. You know, he is a music producer. Surely he should have had more than one card on him. The mere fact he came out of one card, is madness in itself. And again, it's not just cards. You have your phone nowadays. So there's actually no excuse. Like, there's no excuse, bro. So yeah, that was a bit suspect. Maria, what are you saying? What's your thoughts?
So I think that Kyra is a setup artist, right? Like, remember when she first came in, like her entrance, like there was narration where it was almost like she was saying that she doesn't like to pursue guys, you know, they have to come to her and, you know, all of this type of stuff. So she has to figure out a way to attract the type of men that she wants in a roundabout way, right? So when she called Christian over to them in front of the whole group and like basically schooled him on how not to be in the dating scene or like the type of dude that he was, what she was really doing was signaling to the other men who were around and were watching the type of man that she wants and that she's looking for. So she doesn't want to actually tell these men like, I want you to be assertive and da 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 da, but she's going to express that, like she'll use him as a sacrificial lamb to get that point across to them, right? And so when she did that, had that conversation with AJ about the card situation, she was signaling to the other men around that were in earshot that, yeah, like, this is important. Like, you know, you got to be paying for dates and stuff, you know? So yeah, I think she's a setup artist. I think that she didn't have good intentions for Chris. I think she just saw him as, you know, a stepping stone to like make herself look good. Cause I mean, in that situation, just like you said, you know, even then the other guys started to use Chris as a way to prove themselves. Yeah. And they were probably proving themselves to her, you know what I mean? Because she was the most vocal about the whole situation. So yeah, she's a little bit slick, you know, she's a little conniving. She's one you gotta kind of watch out for. But yeah, that's the vibes I got from her.
Love that. Good points. Who Bouger? Who Bouger? Who Bouger?
Okay, first I want to know, why was it her place to call over Christian? Like, what type of relationship did you guys form, or how did you just say, okay, I'm gonna take him on as my little homie or my little brother? Then adding to that, when you have concern for someone, you're not going to put them on Front Street in front of everyone.
Oh.
Um, Although a lot of people may not know, the mineral gang, we're cool, but we're not going to put in the chat and for everyone in the world to see if something is wrong. So if I notice like something going on with Maria, I will message her private, like, hey Maria, something happened. But why would you do that? And you already sensed that man was weak and he had some things going on, because we could all sense that. So addressing him in front of a whole bunch of people, that furthered his embarrassment. So I just felt like she had some type of motives going there, because she could have pulled him to the side. But I don't think that's even in her character, because she just felt so comfortable doing it, and she's going to be one to watch.
Yeah.
And also, always like Kojo say, she's moving mad. So let's talk about the games. So when you went on the date with AJ and you put your card out, if you didn't want to piggyback off Sinead, why would you put your card out? Because you want him to say, no, baby, I got it. But she played that same game when she did it to Christian, when she wanted water and she's sitting there like, oh, well, I guess I'll get up and get us some water. And then she told him, oh, okay, well, yeah, you get it. Then he finally, the light bulb, because Christian he's more in tune. He has a mother that he loves, so he understood. Like, oh yeah, you want water, but she could have just came out. Men are not mind readers. She's never going to get what she wants if she keep playing these games. If you just setting people up for failure. So that's just my thoughts on her. I think she's moving mad. We just gotta watch her. I like the green dress. I think she's pretty. They told her makeup is flawless, but again, I think it's just a game for her.